I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K. down in Florida. I'm Captain of 10,000 YAHAWAH. We here to let you know. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand? Good music, good weather, the palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022 is going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
It's not about the money, it's the principle. Gotta watch who you revere, who you listen to. I speak the Eastern soul, my flow medicinal. And I bury the old man, now I'm invincible. Gotta be wise in judgment, it's critical. Either couple with this brotherhood or you'll get ridiculed. The greatest man, the greatest servant, I kill for who I minister to. And I'm going war, nigga, win or lose. Hey, I was forged from the fire, torn from the liar. If hand join in hand, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Become a casualty of chance. I'm in my stance, still in hand, ready to swing it like a lance. If the enemy advance, I'ma enhance. Had the benefit of the doubt, he never had a chance. Hey, this the shit that they beg for, that burned down the wicked Judge Dredd flow. Bitch, I am the law. Dog faced it, prepared for war.
I'm gon' war till the day I'm done. Number one till the day I'm done. I'ma grind till the day is done. I'ma war till the day I'm done. It can't stop me. Nothing new up under the sun. I'm gon' war till the day I'm done. Number one till the day I'm done. I'ma grind till the day is done. I'ma war till the day I'm done. It can't stop me. Nothing new up under the sun.
I see what they say. Never envy a carnal man. Claim they real, they actions don't match what they saying. I got the upper hand, what you don't understand, youngin'. I'd rather bleed than concede, now they're saying something. These niggas cunning, they want my power, they never take it from me. Hey, for that money, I heard you assisted. I can't go out like that, they'll have to 86 me.
Marshall. Ooh, nice. Man, somebody keep. All right, go ahead. Marshall.
Ayalawan Banza Balawan Ban YASHARAHLA.
Ayalawan Banza Balawan Ban YASHARAHLA.
YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI.
YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. Hold on 1 second.
YASHARAHLA.
La YASHARAHLA. We're gonna start with the prayers.
Oh, it's like,
Got the prayers over there? Or they're over here?
yeah, it should be right here. You ready?
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay.
It's like there you go, bud.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Ba'ashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Natanlano.
Natanlanawa.
Lakam.
Lacham.
Kal.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaklanao.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabawathnao.
Kabawathnawa.
Kasalaknao.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawathnao.
Kabawathnawa.
Wa'ala.
Walallah.
Tabi'ayno.
Tabayinawa.
Banasaya 1.
Banasai 1.
Abo.
Abal.
Haushino.
Aishayinawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Lakha.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Walallah.
Wahatha Pa'arath.
Wa'ata Pa'arah.
La'aywalamyam.
Lawalamyam.
Aman.
Aman.
In the English?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done
Thy will be done.
in earth
In earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our
And
debts
forgive us our debts
as we forgive our
as
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom
For thine is the kingdom
and the power
and the power
and the glory
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. Next, it was a power prayer.
Yes.
Okay. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
BAHASHAM.
BAHASHAM.
YAHAWASHI.
Yahawashi.
Babakushah.
Babakushah.
Natalano.
Natanlanawa.
Hakach.
Lachach.
Hakach.
Hakach.
Lara Pa'ah.
La Rapa'ah.
Kau Makala.
Kal Makalah.
Wakau Marawa.
Wakal Marawa.
Hakach.
Hakach.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakach.
Hakach.
Lahaklium.
Ahakwim.
Hamathium.
Hamasium.
Hakach.
Hakach.
Al-Rakawa.
Al Rakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
BAHASHAM.
BAHASHAM.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman. Now we're going to do the power prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahawashi,
Lord, in the name of Yahawashi,
please give us the power.
please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of disease.
The power to heal all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out in the name of Yahawashi.
To cast them out in the name of Yahawashi.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you. So be it. All right. The blessings prayer. Barakatha Yahawah.
Barakatha Yahawah.
Wa Yahawashi.
Wa Yahawashi.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawat Yahana.
Ha Alawapyum.
Ha Alawapyum.
Ha Saranyum.
Ha Saranyum.
Quatazayanyum.
Quatazaranyum.
Ha Cha Yayoyum.
Ha Kal Ya'alyum.
Wa Ahwathim.
Ha Ahwakyum.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
BAHASHAM.
BAHASHAM.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
All right. Did you want to read that in English or Salakia?
Oh, I already read it. You didn't read, we didn't read.
The one we just did.
Oh, Salakia.
You good, you good.
The I.S.U.P.K. No, that's the Lord.
The blessings prayer.
I.S.U.P.K. blessings prayer. Bless you, Yahawah.
Bless you, Yahawah.
And Yahawashi.
And Yahawashi.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
And Commanding General Yahana.
And Commanding General Yahana.
And the generals.
And the generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahawah in the name of Yahawashi.
Yahawah in the name of Yahawashi.
So thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right, Psalms 121. Asha.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharyam.
Al-Haharyam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Aisha,
I.S.U.P.K,
Shamayam,
Shamayan,
Wa Arataza,
Arataza,
Al Yathan,
Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalia,
Regalia,
Salaki, Regalka,
Regalka,
Al Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'a,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasharahla,
YASHARAHLA,
Yahawah,
YAHAWAH,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al Yad,
Yad,
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'a,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Yarak,
Yara'ak,
Balayala,
Baya'ala,
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makalarai,
Makalarai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Napashka,
Napaska,
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza Athka,
Taza'atka,
Waba Wa'aka,
Waba Wa'atka,
Maitha,
Maitha,
Wa'aim,
Wa'aid,
I Walam.
I Willum. This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahawah,
My health coming from Yahawah,
which made the heaven and the earth.
which made the heaven and the earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is my keeper.
The Lord is my keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall not preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Come. This is Psalm chapter 83. Alahayim. Al Demaya Laka.
Al-Malaka,
Al Thacharash.
Al-Thakarash,
Wa Al Thashakwat.
the Al-Tashakwat,
Al Kayahana.
Al-Kahaniyah,
Awayabyaka.
Al-Yabyaka,
Yahama Yawan.
Al-Yahawmayan,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka.
Al-Imlaka,
Yai Rayamwa.
Yayarum, say that one.
Yai Rayamwa.
Ya'ai Rayumwa,
Sawada.
Savada,
Wayatha.
Wayatha,
Yai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Taizawa,
Al Tazapa Wan Yaka.
I Tazapa Wanyika,
Marwa.
Al-Marwa,
Lakawa.
Rakawa,
Wanaka. Salaki. Wanaka Yadam.
Wanakath Yadam,
Magalia.
Magalia,
Wala'a.
Wa'ala,
Yazakar.
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasa'ala,
Iwada.
Iwada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Na Wa'ai Tazawa.
Nawa'ai Tazawa,
Laba.
Laba,
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa,
Alyaka.
Al-Yakad,
Baryath.
Baryath,
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa,
Ahalia.
Ahalia,
Adawam.
Adawam,
Wa Yashamayala.
Wayashama'ala,
Mawa'abwa. Mawa'aba.
Mawa'abwa,
Wa Hagariam.
Wahagarium,
Gabal.
Gabal,
Wa Imawan.
Wa'aimawan,
Wa Imalak.
Wa'aimalak,
Palashah.
Palashah,
I'm Yashabya.
Yashabya,
Tazawar.
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar,
Nalawa.
Nalawa,
Imam.
Imam,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Zarawai.
Zarawai,
Labanya.
Labanya,
Lawat.
Lawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Aisha Laham.
Aisha Laham,
Kamadian.
Kamadian,
Kasayasara,
Kasayasarah,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banachal,
Banachal,
Koyashwan,
Kayashwan,
Nashamad, Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayan Dara,
Bayan Da'ara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'a Damah,
La'adamah,
Shayathamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yab Mawa,
Yab Mawa,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wakazaaba,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakazaabah,
Wakaza'abah,
Wakatazal,
Wakaza'al,
Manai,
Manai,
Kal Nasa,
Kal Nasa,
Yakamwa,
Yakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Narasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath Nawath,
Ath Nawa,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagal Gala,
Kugal Gala'a,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Raka,
Lupanya Rakwa,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Thabaira,
Tabaira,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wa Kala Abba,
Wakala Laba,
Thalahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Hariyam,
Khan
Khan.
Tharadampa, Salaki, Tharadapma,
Taradasma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa'araka,
Wabasa Wapathka,
Wabasa Wapatka,
Thaba Alam,
Taba Alam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kalawan,
Kalawan,
Waya Bakwashwa,
Wayaba Kwashwa,
Shamka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Waya Bahalwa,
Yahawabalwa,
Id Ya'id,
Eye to Eye,
Waya Kaparwa,
Yawa Kaparwa.
Waya Abadwa,
Say it one more time.
Waya Abadwa,
Rabba Abadwa,
Waya Daiwa,
Yaba Daidwa,
Kaya Atha,
Kawa Ata,
Shumka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Al Kalha,
Al Kaha,
Arataza.
Arataza. What's that?
Just to help you read behind it because of light.
Okay.
goes through it.
Psalms 83 in English.
Mhm.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace,
And be not still, O God.
and be not still, O God.
For lo,
lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult,
And they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up thy head.
and had lifted up thy head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, come,
They have said, come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
That the name of Israel may be in no more remembrance.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab, and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal and Ammon,
Gabal and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur has also joined with them.
Ashur has also joined with them.
They have opened up the children of Lot,
They have opened up the children of Lot,
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kazan,
at the brook of Kazan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They become as dung for the earth.
They have become as dung before the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
and like Zeeb.
and like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes of Zabah,
all their princes of Zabah,
and as Zamuna.
and as Amunah.
who said, let us take to ourselves the house, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession. Oh my God. Make them like a wheel. As stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth they wood. As the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek the name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled. Forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame and perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahawah, art the most high over all the earth.
All right.
First. Okay, we can sit down.
I'll add to it. The attendance.
It's just Thamakia and Sister Mariam. Thamakia's supposed to be here. Shalom, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH to all the brothers, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH to all the sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And we were teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth since 1969. And today is the Sabbath service, man. And the Sabbath service is so important for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, because this is our ancient culture. This is our culture, but it's so ancient. You know what I mean? It's so ancient. Like we went over last week about the Most High sanctifying. Oh no, we're going over this week. But the Most High sanctifying the 7th day, right? He gonna sanctify that 7th day and make it holy, right? Make it separate from everything else on this earth, because it's the day he rested, man. This is the day that we rest from all of our slave work, all of our work that we do in the world, right? This is what we rest from. The Lord gave us this because he knew we was gonna be in captivity under an oppressor that's not gonna have no understanding about rest for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
The Lord knew that. Man, is there what's one of them other ones over there?
You talking about the
incense?
The coal?
Nah, the what's the name?
You need to you talking about the stick?
Yeah, like that. Man. I'm tired of
it. I got you. Go ahead.
Straight up. Yeah, because the Lord knew we was gonna be in captivity under a nation that wasn't gonna give us no rest. You know what I mean? So he made us make sure we get rest. That's how good the Lord is, to make sure his people get rest. You know what I mean? And so this is an ancient culture. That's why you need to practice the Hebrew, man. That way you can know your language that you're supposed to be speaking. Right? English is not our first language. English is not our language. That's an oppressive language. So it's Spanish. So it's Portuguese. So it's French, man. All of that is our slave language, man. That was given to us in our captivity. But you know what's really our language? The Lashawan Quadash, man. The Lashawan Quadash and the ancient Paleo Hebrew, man. That is our language, man.
Damn right.
That is language for us to be separate from everybody on the planet. Over there in Israel right now, those Israelis, those Jewish people, those fake Jews over there, they don't even speak Hebrew. They speak Yiddish. They had to put a little bit of their old country into the language that they're trying to pass on as ours. You know what I mean? But here in the I.S.U.P.K, we speak the actual Lashawan Quadash and the ancient Assyrian Hebrew. All right. So get your, if you don't have it, get your Bible Hub apps out. Where's my Bible Hub at? Hold on one second. There it is. I'm gonna lose that Bible Hub app. And today we're gonna continue on Genesis 2. We're gonna start at Genesis 2.
Come on, you ready?
Whenever you are, Rock.
Come on. Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. YAHAWAH.
I.S.U.P.K.
No, you good.
I'm trying to remove it.
Wayakala. Hashemayim. Waharataza. Wakal. Tazaba'am. That's the end of verse 1.
Then just go to verse 2.
Verse 2. It says Wayakal Alahayim Bayawam
Shabbath.
The Shabbath. Was that it? The Shabbath?
Mm-hmm.
The Shabbath. Mala'akathwa. Okay. Ashar. Aisha. Wayash Bath. Is that correct? Wayash Bath. Bayawam. Hashab Ya'ai.
Hashab Ya'ai.
Hashab Ya'ai. Makal. Mala'akathwa. Ashar. Aisha. That's the end of verse 2. Verse 3.
You don't have to say the end of verse 2, just put like verse 3.
Come on. Waya Barak Alahayim. Atha. Yawam. Tashabai. You said it was Dashabai?
The
Shab Ya. The Shab Ya. What was it?
Shabbath.
Tashabai.
Yeah, it's 7.
Come on.
Like 7th.
Mm-hmm. Tashabai. Wayakra Dash. I thought.
Hold on. Move the I.S.U.P.K. There you go. There you go.
No, this is it. What's crazy is that the Assyrian right here is just straight up different from the typewriting version. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. Look at the bottom one.
Kind. Yeah, I see. Yeah, kind of. So like it. All right. I thought. Kai. Bawa. Shabbat. Makal. Mala'athal. Ashar. Bara'ah. Alahayim. La'aisha. La'aishawa. All right. Come. Verse 4. Allah. Turn a little bit. That's 12. That's perfect.
You get the scroll in the menorah?
Nah, it's not visible. You might have to scoot it back just a little bit.
What about now?
It's you can see it, but then there's lights in the way. You gotta move this.
This right here?
Come on, sir. That's 12.
12.
Yeah, you can see the scroll a little bit. It's not entirely visible. You just gotta turn it again. That's 12 right there. You just go ahead and line it up. A little bit more. That's 12. All right. Salakia.
That was high and crack.
Allah. The wild Dawath. Hashemayim says, Iha Arataza. Bahab Ra'am. Bayawam. Aishawath. YAHAWAH. Alahayim. Arataza. Washayam. Washamayam. Salakia. All right. Verse 5. Wakal. Shayah. Hashada. Or Salakia. Hashada. Taram. Ya Ba'arataza. Wakal. I.S.U.P.K. Hashada. Taram. Yatazama. Kai. La'a. Hamatayar. YAHAWAH. AHTHAM. Al. Ha'arataza. Wa'adam. Ayan. La'ibad. Atha. Ha'adama. Verse 6. Wa'ad. Ya'ila. Man. Ha'arataza. Waha Shakwa. Atha. Kal. Panaya. Or Panya. That's what it was. It's Ha'adama. Yeah. Ha'adama. Okay. Verse 7. Tazara. YAHAWAH. AHTHAM. Atha. Ha'adam. Ipar. Man. Ha'adama. Wayapa. Ba'apayao. Nashamath. Hayayam. Oh, Hayayam. Hayahai. It's like a Hayahaya. No, it's like a Wahaya. It's Wayahaya. Yeah. There you go. It says Ha'adam. Lana Pasha. Chaya. That's verse 7.
All right. Now we're gonna go to the English. That's excellent reading. Now
I'll get faster with it.
Well, take your time.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Genesis chapter 2 and verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished.
Hold on. Let me get there with you. So I need my other phone. Go
ahead. Chapter 2, verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, Yahweh ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made.
So he rested on the seventh day?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't the first day of the week that he rested. You know what I mean? That wasn't the first day of the week that he rested. So here we go. On the seventh day, everything is done.
Yeah.
Everything is done. All the animals are made. The earth is made. He didn't separated the different layers of space. You know what I mean? Got lower space, got ozone, got the outer space. He just separated the waters from the land. He put creatures in the water, put creatures all over the land. You know what I mean? Then he put people here and everything. Mm-hmm. Now he's done. Now he's done with the work. He ain't tired, but he was like, now I can just chill, you know, and just watch everything we created, and just watch it. Like what y'all doing? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now the Most High can just sit. Have you ever completed a task?
Right.
And you was like, yeah, I can sit down and just enjoy your work. Just look at your work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know it was like that when I made those steps. I was like,
right, yeah.
I was just sit back. I was like, you know what? I'm proud of myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I can watch my creation. Go ahead.
Like, let's say, like when you wash your car, right? You detail it and you focusing on every crevice to clean it and get it ready to make it look good. Like the way when you're done, you just kind of sit back and you're like, okay, all right, yeah, let's see how this turn out. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna be rolling around in it like that. So like, and that's kind of similar. You kind of get that same thought when you see the Most High kind of sitting back and looking at what He made with the heavens and the earth. The animals. You know what I'm saying? Mankind. Yeah. So I mean, I can imagine there's a lot to behold all at once, because Him being able to see it in perspective, we can't imagine. You know what I mean? That would still, yet even in His sight, be something amazing. So.
Right, and He rested. You feel me? He was like, "Shit, that looks good right there." You know what I mean?
Right.
We should last for a while. Keep going. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3: And Yahawah blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it He had rested from all His work which God created and made.
Everybody online, pull your calendars out. Right, pull your calendars out. Now go to the first day of the week. What day is that?
Sunday.
Of course you know. It's Sunday. Sunday is the first day of the week. Now what's the seventh day of the week? The last day of the week. What day is that?
It'd be Saturday.
It'd be Saturday. It'd be the Sabbath, Shabbat. You know what I mean? That's what day is, the seventh day of the week. It's on your calendars. You know what I mean? I don't know where they get this first day of the week is the worship day, but it's always been the seventh day of the week. Mm-hmm. And it's on our calendars. That's how brainwashed we are with Christianity.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how brainwashed we are with the world, with what our oppressors say. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And for your brain to be washed, right? I mean, it had to be clean from something.
Right.
If that's how the way to say it. Yeah. Because they said in the I.S.U.P.K we were brainwashed, right? Right. But to have your brain washed, it had to be clean from something. You know what I mean? From something that was unclean.
That's right.
You know what I mean? From something that was unclean. And good thing that we're brainwashed with the Lord, with the Lord's word, mm-hmm. and not brainwashed with what everybody says. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They say you're in a cult, right? But then they can't show me the first day worship out in the Bible. They can't show me that Sunday worship in the Bible. Mm-hmm. They can't show that. Why can't they show that? Because they're actually in a cult. Mm-hmm. The biggest cult ever is Christianity. Second biggest cult is what do you call it? Islam. That's the second biggest cult.
Right.
You know what I mean? The first biggest cult is Christianity. That's the biggest cult out here, and it's never going to change. Go ahead.
I was going to add to that, because what you're saying is heavy in the sense that we've been conditioned to go by not only just the days of a week of a different society, but the months of the year. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even the hours of the day, according to a whole entire different culture. In the scriptures we read in the book of Genesis that the evening and the morning were the first day, right?
As you or
that's me. But basically the day begins when the sun sets.
Right.
And everybody else out here, they believe that the day begins when in the middle of the night, right? When the clock hits 12 o'clock at midnight. That's what they believe. But I mean, they're only like 5 hours behind the actual beginning of the next day. Because they, in Christianity, they're not taught to understand the Bible, even though it's right here in front of their face. The Most High said after every single day, He said, and the evening and the morning were the first day, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So we're getting conditioned, or our people have been conditioned throughout the generations of us being in captivity, of wanting to follow after their way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? We wake up at time to go to work on their times, right? Or even when you look at the months of the year, isn't it odd that October, which is the word octa in its prefix, means 8, but it's the 10th month. Or December, Deca, means 10, but it's a 12th month. There's something that's odd about that when you consider the fact that, here we got the Passover coming up, which is in the scriptures says that that's to take place in the first month of the year. And here we are right at the turn of the first month of the year with the new moon that we're experiencing right now. So I mean, that's what's going on within recent days, right? But we got to come back to glorifying them where the Most High's order was, rather than our oppressors.
Well, you know, the Romans added 2 more months. July for Julius Caesar, and then August for Augustus.
I see.
You know what I mean? So they when the scripture says that they will change times and dates, that is real.
Yeah.
That is real. That is very real. That's literally what happens. That's literally what happens. You know what I mean? That's literally what happens. They're trying to be the opposite of the Most High.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're trying to be what would you call it? The opposite of the Most High, but they're trying to show that their power in changing times and dates and you know what I mean? That's why they have daylight savings times. Because they want to control what the earth does, but they can't do it. They can't control what the earth does, and the Lord shows them that every single day, with earthquakes, with tornadoes, with storms, and the weather changes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it'll be springtime, in the middle of springtime, and then it'll be hot, cold, rainy, all in one day. You know what I mean? All in one day. Hot, cold, rainy, all in one day. There's earthquakes going on. There's fish falling from the sky. Nobody can explain, but people still want to follow them because they're that indoctrinated. Can I say indoctrinated?
Absolutely. Oh, another thing, Salaki, if I could, is that, you know, our enemies, the ones that are in rulership right now over the planet Earth, they don't know how to appreciate the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's why right now you got literally wars going on and tensions rising because of how much blood from the earth is being siphoned from the depths of the earth, the oil that's in the ground that we use for a lot of things, for vehicles and planes and all things that require fossil fuels to move, right? And our enemies, they try to make a big deal about, mining oil, right? And stealing from the earth. And does that actually make the earth a stronger earth? Or does that make it more prone to earthquakes? Does that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're hollowing out the earth, and then now you're starting to see earthquakes in those areas, then what does it show? It shows that you're going against the way the Most High created things to be, right? You're stealing the blood from the earth so that you can power your fighter jets and your tanks, and now our enemy's about to go to war and lose all of his power because he does not know how to run the earth the way the Most High intended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And so, but we can marvel at what the Most High created, and our people, when we're in rulership, and we'll make sure that the earth is in a much better state. You know what I mean? That we can make good with the minerals of the earth and not make the earth, you know, have bad ozone layers. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So it's just amazing to see, you know, of course, reading Genesis, how everything kind of comes together, and everybody kind of breezes over Genesis because, like, oh yeah, we've heard this a million times. But really looking at it critically, you could see how real and scientific it actually is. You know what I'm saying? Because look at the consequences for not going about it the right way.
Right.
And that's what we see our enemies doing right now. That they're destroying the earth.
Right. And the earth was made by the Lord, and the Lord is a man of war, so the earth fights back.
It does, yeah.
So the earth fights back. The earth ain't no punk. You know what I mean? Ain't no punk. You know what I'm talking about? Because the Most High created that.
That's right.
Man.
That's heavy.
Real talk. And what else is heavy about it is what's the scripture? When the wicked is in rulership, the earth mourns, and when the righteous is in rulership, the earth rejoices.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's why they have so many endangered animals, because the white man wants to murder the animal and put the animal up on the head, or put the animal up on the wall as a trophy.
Dang, right.
Well, really, that's not what it meant when the Most High said that we have dominion over the animals. You know what I mean? That's not what the Most High meant when it says we have the dominion over the animals. But leave it up to a wicked person to think that dominion over something is murder and killing and death. Keep going. All right, let's go ahead. Keep going.
Verse 4. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created.
It says the what?
These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created.
What is a generation?
Like an era, or like a section of the progression of, you know, of something.
Okay, I take that progression of something. I was looking for was like a timeline. You know what I mean? Like when they say generations of Christ, they're talking about the timeline leading up to Christ. You know what I mean? So like you're talking about the bloodline of it, or the patriarch, the. All right, I take your time. I take your.
I just say era.
Yeah. Era, the era of it, of the leading up of it. So this is the leading up. This is the building of the heavens and the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the generations of it. This is the leading up part of what's going on. This is how the earth was created. You know what I mean? Step by step by step by step by step by step. You know what I mean? It's going step by step. It's not missing nothing. It's not missing anything. It's actually telling you how it was made. It's just that our human minds can't fathom that, or our slave minds can't fathom that, because we can understand it, but then you talk to somebody that's out there in the world, their minds can't fathom what's going on. You know what I mean? Only because they're they think it's magical. You know what I mean? They think it's magical. They think the book. They think everything is magical in the Bible. You know what I mean? Yeah, Noah. You know what I mean? Noah just knew about what to get and what, you know what I mean? Like, no, it comes over time. He knew what's clean and unclean because it was passed down from Adam to, you know what I mean, to Seth to Noah. It was passed down generation after generation. Go ahead.
Oh, Khan. It says, in the day that the Lord Yahawah made the earth and the heavens.
Right.
Verse 5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew.
Right.
For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground.
Okay, read that verse again.
All right.
Read that verse again.
Verse 5.
Because this is before it rained, before all this happened, you know, tomorrow, but there was no man to till the ground. You know what I mean? But there was seed, there was grass, there was all that. Everything that's going to replenish itself. Go ahead.
It says, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew.
Right. For
the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth. And Salaki, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And there was not a man to till the ground.
So there was men and women on the earth, but there was no man to till the ground, no man that knew how to harvest and how to farm and how to get those crops and herbs going right, because the Lord didn't make it rain yet, but there was no man that was there that could actually do the work, that had the understanding of the Most High, that he can actually do things. Go ahead.
Verse 6. But there went up a mist from the earth.
A what?
A mist from the earth. And watered the whole face of the ground.
Well, what is that mist that comes up from the earth, man? Go ahead.
You talking about like that morning fog that you see that thickens the ground and it kind of makes everything damp?
Yeah, you ever been on the way to school in the morning or something and you look over in the field and you see the whole field is just wet?
Yeah.
And you be like, why the field wet? Yeah, you know what I mean? It didn't rain last night, but the whole field is wet. It's like the dew from the earth. Like, I think that's what it's called, dew, D-E-W.
Yeah, that morning dew.
Yeah, the mountain dew. You know what I'm saying? No, but it's the morning dew from the earth that water. It's like a mist. It's just misty. You be like, I don't know where that comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, okay.
Go ahead.
So, like, you know, you see that morning dew is because in the morning the temperature is just right and the humidity is just right, and the Most High is saying that he allowed that to take place over the entire earth. It was like, you know, you look at the earth, most of it is water. So when there are the right temperatures, that water would float into the air, right? So you imagine it covering all the plains and all the grass, and it just starts to bring nutrients to everything that needs to grow, like all the plants and things like that.
Right. That's how that's a genius of a tactician the Most High is. It didn't even need the rain, and the Most High was like, I still can make crops grow. You know what I mean? Like you don't even know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's that's science. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Most High is the creator of that thing there. It's only when people take science and make bombs to kill people, you know what I mean? Like that's the wickedness of it.
You're right. You're right, sir. Like you mentioned, if I could, good. Like you talking about just the base elements, like you know, but our enemy will take hydrogen and turn into a hydrogen bomb.
You do what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or plutonium, and now you got events like the Ukraine Chernobyl incident, right? That plagued everything around it. They caused everything in the water, all the animals to die off with cancerous, diseases, because they didn't know how to control the elements of the earth. They wanted to use it for, nuclear power and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you look at what happened in Fukushima back in the early 2010s, where that Japan nuclear reactor started to leak and it got into the ocean. And then you started seeing all across the world, millions and millions of fish just start to die off and animals dying off because the elements are now in the water, but they weren't supposed to be in the water because they're supposed to be fish and other things in the water. But there they go trying to dig into the earth and find everything they can and try to, produce things that make their kingdom more powerful. And in the end, all it's actually doing is making them less powerful because it's destroying their environment.
I'm trying to tell you, that's like the what do you call it? What do you call it? The in Nigashima and Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody had those bombs. You know what I mean? Or a lot of people had those bombs, but then America was the only one that dropped those bombs.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's evil. That's evil. Mm-hmm. That's evil. And now, since they know what the bombs can do, now they go around all the whole earth and try to regulate everybody on not having nuclear bombs.
For real.
You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? That's just evil because they know their judgment is coming.
Yeah, right.
They know some way, somehow, the Most High is going to give them their judgment. Did we do verse 7 in the Hebrew?
Yes, we did.
Right, go
ahead. Verse 6. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the earth.
Right.
And the Lord Yahawah formed man of the dust of the ground.
He did what?
Formed man of the dust of the ground.
No, it's the dirt of the ground.
Of the dust of the ground.
All right.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
Right.
And man became a living soul.
Here we go. Mm-hmm. Here we go with all this mysticism.
Right.
See, he was like, and formed him from the dirt of the ground. You know what I'm talking about? And he was like, he's putting the arm, he's putting the leg from the dirt.
Made out of dirt.
And then he said, and then he was able to walk and talk, and he was like, and you know what I mean? With that mysticism, when men was already created in on the sixth day. Back in Genesis 1.
Right.
That's when he remember he said, let us create man in our image. Right. Mm-hmm. So when he get here, what does this mean? Like, what is the meaning of he formed man from the dust of the ground? You know what I mean? That means the dust of the ground is just a low state. Give me give me Isaiah 47:1.
Come on.
Give me Isaiah 47:1, because the dust of the ground is just from a low state on the earth. It's a low state on the earth. That's all it is. You know what I mean? The dust of the ground. It's not on the ground, but it's just, and it's not all the way at the top, but it's at the bottom. Mm-hmm. The dust of the ground. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right. Now that's telling America to come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. It's telling them to come down off your throne and sit at a low state on the earth. Telling Edomites, right? Go ahead.
Right. Sit on the ground. There is no throne.
There is no more throne. There is no throne for them to rule over. So the dust of the ground is just at a low state.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now go back to Genesis 2:7. So Who else comes from the dust of the ground? Who else comes from the low state on the earth?
We do.
We as in who?
Oh, you talking about Salaki?
Go ahead.
You talking about Israel? We're the ones that are on the bottom. We're the ones in, poverty and despair and low estate, like you said.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
but more specific.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
More specific. Because there's still some Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that's in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
But who came out of the dust?
Christ.
Come on now, man.
You talking about Adam?
I'm talking about Israel. I'm talking about the brothers and sisters in the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge.
That's
because we were just like once like everybody else. And that's right, sis, but more specific is the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. The brothers and sisters in this school, because we were just like everybody else in the dust, believing that the Most High formed man from the dirt and made arms and then blew into his nose, and now he's walking and talking and know everything. But no, we once believed that though. In the Christian, when we was out there in the world in the Christian church, we believed that smoking marijuana was okay. We believed that having sex with many different men or many different women, having sex with women and leaving your women, we thought that was okay at one point in time. You know what I mean? We thought Christ was a white man at one point in time. We thought our king was a white man at one point in time. Mm-hmm. So the angels were white and God was white. Everybody was white at one point in time. That was in the Bible. We was at a low state on the earth, not understanding anything except what our slave master told us. Mm-hmm. But then we came into this school and now we learned the truth. So now we're not in that low state anymore. You know what I mean? There's brothers that doing things that they never thought they would be able to do, but just because they have that spirit of the Lord and they don't have that fear no more.
Man, you absolutely right.
Failing.
Golly.
You know what I mean? Of failing, because that's what everybody in the world is afraid of. When they see the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, they thinking that they might actually come into the school and be great. You know what I mean? And they ain't never been great in their life. So they're afraid to change their life to be great because they're afraid of the success. They'll go be successful in the white man's world and start a business and make millions of dollars with that business. But what about coming into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and changing your life and not smoking weed, not messing with whores, not keeping the white man's holidays, but actually keeping your powers you know what I mean? High holy days. You know what I mean? That's what they're scared of. They're scared of being successful. Go ahead. In the truth.
Now I can only imagine how it felt back then when the world was the way it was, right? When the world and the earth was brand new or at least, in a better state than it is now. You know what I'm saying? And I look at I just looking at our examples in our lives where we come from, where a lot of us are in poverty, not able to hold a job, or bad illnesses that prevent them from being able to be successful in life and have the motivation to keep pushing forward. And then the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is taking brothers out of that lower state where they felt weak, where they felt that they couldn't succeed in their things that they deal with in their day-to-day life. And now they have the ability and the courage to push through it and to show brotherhood with those that are also pushing through it. And in that, you start to find that they are strong. They are strong, and that they can come out of that lowest state together. And with that brotherhood, and also with that wisdom, that breath of life, so to speak, that the Most High is talking about, and giving him His truth, because it really kind of comes down to it being the truth, right? That's ultimately what gives you the strength, is knowing the truth.
That's what sets you free.
That's right.
From the world.
And free from the dust.
Yeah. You do what I'm saying? Because the world is what's here to hold you down in the dust. But then you come in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and you know what the dust is. You get out of that dust. You know what I mean? But the world is going to hold you down in the dust because they don't want to see you be great. That's it. They don't want to see you be great. So they're not going to tell you what it is to change. They're not going to let you know that you're the greatest thing on this planet. You know what I mean? So they're going to always keep things in place to that. That's why it's okay to be everything else in the world. A drug dealer, a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to be and everybody will love you. But as soon as you believe that Christ is a black man and he died for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans only, and you're an Israelite and you keeping law, statutes, and commandments, the world hates you. And they look at you like, y'all in a cult. But meanwhile, brothers that's selling drugs in the streets, they're not in the cult.
Right.
They're not in the cult of selling drugs. They're not in the cult. Brothers that murder people every day, somebody's going to... My son not like that. My son not like that. But as soon as you join the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, they turn their back on you. He probably was doing the shit. That's what they're going to say.
Oh, man.
Real talk. Real talk. Mm-hmm. Real talk. I keep going on.
So verse 7 again. And the Lord Yahawah formed man of the dust of the ground.
Right. He brought a man from a low state on the earth and brought him up. Go ahead.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
The breath of what?
The breath of life.
Give me Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
Oh, God.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. And you got, let me see what, oh, man, I might have to find it.
I think Baruch's after Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah.
You said 4 and 1?
Yep.
Come, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahawah, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. So when he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, he breathed into him the instruction of the Most High, the laws of the Most High.
That's right.
Right. That's what he breathed into his nostrils. It wasn't just now you can walk, talk, and walk around and giggle, joke, and you know what I mean? No. He was giving them the instruction of the Most High. He was giving them how to till the earth,
mm-hmm.
how to what's unclean and clean, right? What woman he can sleep with,
mm-hmm.
right? He was giving them that. He was giving them different laws, statutes, and commandments. He wasn't just like, it is just that's how simple-minded it is that about with the world. That's how simple they are. They just believe, and they just believe it. Okay, cool. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Keep going.
It says, all they that keep it shall come to life.
All they that keep the law, statutes, and commandments shall come to life. They shall come to life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge living. We're living out here. You know what I mean? We're actually living. We're getting boot kisses and you know what I mean? Brotherhood. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like we're actually out here living. Go ahead.
But such as leave it shall die.
Right. That's why everybody out here that's not in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, they're dying slowly but surely. And then that's why they look like Martians, because they're smoking so much weed and popping so much pills and getting drunk every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And child molestation and all this extra that's going on. Everything that's going on in the outside world, everybody is dying.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Chris Rock right now is dying on the inside.
Yeah.
Will Smith now is dying on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
He had to show that he wasn't dying on the inside by going up there and humiliating another brother for a whore. You know what I mean? That's how he shows that he wasn't dying on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
He's dying on the inside because they're trapped.
Mm-hmm.
They're trapped. The world has them trapped, and they don't know how to get out of it. But they don't want to get out of it because they know about the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. They just don't want to be successful with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
They'd rather be successful with the world, and that's going to be their downfall. That's going to be their downfall. All right, then let's go back to Genesis 2 and 7.
Come on. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And the Lord Yahawah formed man of the dust of the ground.
Right.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
Right.
And man became a living soul.
A living soul. See, that's how you become living soul, is by getting the instructions of the Most High,
mm-hmm.
the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
That's how you become a living soul. It's not magical. Hey, Heidi Ho. You know what I mean? I just want to know what the Christian church really thinks about that. Like, see, and that's how you're born. And it's weird. It's weird. It's just weird. But Adam was already walking and talking. You know what I mean? And doing everything. And then the Most High just gave him instruction on how to live on what women to sleep with, what's a clean and unclean food,
right?
How to give sacrifices. You know what I mean? He just gave them instruction that nobody else on the planet got. It's that simple.
Absolute.
It's that simple. You got anything to add?
Nah, sir.
All right, let's get back to the what's the name?
To the Hebrew.
Yep, let's get back to the Hebrew now.
Khan. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 8. Wayata I Yahawah Alahayim Gana Ba'aidawa Makwadam YASHAM Sham Atha Ha'adawam Ashar Yatazar Yatazar. Okay. Verse 9. Wayatazamah Wayatazamah Yahawah Alahayim Mana Ha'adama Ha'adama Kal Aitazah Nachamaad Lamara'ah Aitawab Lama'akal Wa'aitazah Hakayayam Bathawar Bathawak Hagan. Okay. Wa'aitazah Hada'aitha Tawab Wara'ai. Verse 10. Wanahar Wanara Yatazah Ma'aidaan Lahashak Wath Atha Hagan Wamasham Yaparada Wahayaha La Arabai La Rabaa. What's up?
Arabai.
Oh, Salakia.
It's 4.
La Arabai. But it has the ah at the end. Is that a ha or is that added to the end?
It's Arabai.
Arabai. Concert. Ra'ashayam. Is that Ra'ashayam or Ra'asham?
You said it right the second time.
Ra'asham. Okay. Verse 11. Sham Ha'achad.
Because it's like it's one, but then you have to put the prefix in front of it.
Concert.
Because the first, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Ha'achad. It says Payashwan. Hawa'ah. Hasababa. Or Hasabba. Atha.
Hasabwaba. Or Sabwaba.
Hasabwaba. Atha. Kal. Irataza. Hakawaya la'a. Ashar. Sham. Haza'ab. So gold is Haza'ab. Huh? Okay. Verse 12.
That better for you?
The water. It's getting all up in my contacts and stuff. Was Ahab Wahaza'ab, it goes Ha'arataza, Yahawah, Tawab. No, so like you switched. Sham, Habad Lach, so like yeah. Habad Lach, Wa'aban, Hashaham, verse 13. Washam, Hanahar, okay. Hashanya, Gaya Hawan, Hawa'ah, Hatawabad, Bab. Is it Baba? Because that's two B's back and back. So it's like, okay. Hasawababa, okay. Atha, Kal, Irataza, Kawash. Okay. Verse 14. Washam, Hanahar, Hashalayash, oh, Hashalash. So like, yeah. It switched on me. Hold up. There it is. Thadakwal, Hawa'ah, Haha'alak, Hahalak, that's what it was. Quadamath, so like yeah, Ashar, okay. Wahanahar.
All right. I was gonna get it for you. The river. It's just like Arabai, but now it's Ha'arabai.
Ha'arabai.
Because now it's like four, but that was fourth.
Fourth.
You dig what I'm saying?
Ha'arabai.
Yeah.
Hawa'ah. Parath.
Yeah, Euphrates. Parath. All right, now let's get the English version.
Now here's the part. Here's the part y'all know. verse 8.
Yeah, the Christians don't know that though.
Right.
They be like, so what are Euphrates and what is the river? Matter of fact,
I can't wait till I'm fluent with it. I'll be flowing through it like fluid. You know what I'm talking about? Reading it, owning it. It's like we got to take back our culture. You know what I'm saying? And we like children right now. We really are the children of the Lord, learning the language, right?
Before next week, we're gonna have to download this. We're gonna have to download a picture of the rivers over there in the Middle East.
Okay.
So that we can show everybody about it. Go ahead.
Come on. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 8. And the Lord Yahawah planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed.
Right. So now there was a whole bunch of people on the earth. Everybody on the earth, they walk around, talking around. Then the Most High picked the man, and he was like, "Yeah, I think he's all right. He's the one. He's the one right there." So then he brought him from a low state on the earth, breathed life into him, meaning the law, statutes, and commandments, breathed instruction into him, and then he planted a garden eastward. Right, he made a whole place on earth for this man to dwell in, and then he put the man in there. He's like, "Here you go, bro. That's you." You know, so go ahead.
Verse 9. And out of the ground made the Lord Yahawah to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food.
Right. He's just making it perfect for this man to live. You know what I mean? He's making it a perfect place, a perfect dwelling spot, just a beautiful place. Here you go, man. We got some trees for you. You go eat. You know what I mean? You can eat from the trees and this, that, and we got. We gonna have this herb for you and that herb for you. We're gonna put some animals out there. It's gonna be a beautiful place for you, brother. Like, yeah, so like he's giving them the kingdom of heaven, basically.
Right.
Like, you know, so it's gonna be a beautiful space just for you, brother. Go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead.
Right. Come on. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Right? Was they not supposed to eat from? They wasn't supposed to eat from the garden of the good and evil. They wasn't supposed to eat from that tree. So we already know that the tree of life, or that the garden of the knowledge of good and evil, right? That tree, that's other nations and other natures' doctrines, right? So that's the life that Adam was leaving to get when he got the instruction on what to eat and what not to, you know what I mean, and what not to eat, right? So he also got the instruction of not to follow these other nations. He gave him a place where he can dwell, a place where he can be at, and he told you not to be following everybody else around you. Not to do what everybody else around you is doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's exactly what it's doing. It's the Most High is making a separation right there. The way they talking about the Lord don't separate. The Most High is making a separation between Adam and everybody else.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He's making a separation between Adam and everybody else. Hey, Adam, you do this. Let everybody else do what they do, because I gave you the instruction. Go ahead.
And you know what's crazy too is that Christians have been so brainwashed to believe that it's all about Eve eating an apple from a tree. Like, does it even mention an apple? It doesn't even say that it was an apple. It says fruit, right? Or you got Christians out there that are stoners, right? They say, oh, but not the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, brother. It's the marijuana plant, because it's good for you and it's evil for you. You know what I mean? Like they try to say that it's something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a physical thing.
I got a question.
What up?
The marijuana plant, if it's good for you and it's evil for you, why do you still smoke it if it's good and evil?
That's the thing, that it's all about pleasure for them.
So you know it's evil, but you're still gonna smoke it anyway because it's good also.
Because it's medicinal, brother. The medicinal properties of the, you know what I'm saying? And then get all tactical. And at the end of the day, it's just, you just want to get high.
No sweat, brother. What doctor prescribed it for you? I self-medicate. Oh, you a doctor?
See, I got this inflammation. I need to, right. I just thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and just spark that roach. You know what I mean? That's what they say. To be like, they just find excuses to just always seem like they're ill, and they need that medicine. You know what I mean? Or at least whatever form they try to take it in.
I never seen a doctor be a janitor at a high school.
Right.
I never seen a doctor be a janitor mopping up floors at CVS,
or flipping burgers at the burger joint. Right.
I ain't never seen a doctor do that. But hey, falsification.
Right. Exactly. Salakia to get off topic, but basically what it's saying though is that can I start from the top again on that verse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on. And out of the ground made the Lord Yahawah to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Right. He put the truth and the lie right there in the same place. You know what I mean? Because somebody had to be telling the truth and somebody had to be lying. Right? He put the knowledge of good and evil right there in the same place with the tree of with the tree of life. You know what I mean? And it just, the Christian church makes it spooky. Ooh. So I want to know what's on the tree of knowledge and good and evil in Christianity. That's what I want to know. Well, what fruit is that? I should eat that fruit.
They think it's a literal fruit, right?
Yeah, it's a dragon fruit. I should eat that fruit. You know what I mean? There gotta be it must be a fruit that out there that I must not be able to eat. I'm just saying. Then what's the tree of life? What fruit was that? Was that mangoes, or does mangoes grow from trees? Mangoes do grow from trees. Was it oranges?
Oranges.
Well, what was
it? They try to be like, well, the oranges are good for you, but it can give you reflux if you eat too many of them. So they're also evil. So I feel you. No, I'm just saying, like how are you going to try to piece it together and try to say that it's something physical? It can't be.
It just,
you know what I'm saying, it can't be.
That's why it makes no sense. Mm-hmm. That's why it makes no sense. That's why every time you talk to somebody that's not in the church, that's not in the Christian church, but comes from the Christian church, and they be like, I don't believe the Bible, and just that I'm spiritual, but they never been taught the Bible. They've always been taught Christianity. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then once you start breaking it down from the Bible, they be like, oh man, they start to understand. That I was talking to Cap yesterday. He was like, either you're gonna believe your religion or you're gonna believe the Bible. You know what I mean? But you have to make a choice. There's no way you can. I know that's why the Bible say no, and that's why I tell everybody when we start when they start talking, I'm like, the Bible just says what it says, man. I said you gotta just stop putting your personal understanding on it and just read what it says.
That's right.
You know what I mean? If I write a book about my life, right? Mm-hmm. And so you know where I live at and everything and all that, where you know what I mean, and then somebody starts to tell you about the book of my life, and they gonna be like, oh no, Kabar was you know what I mean, Kabar he was a devil. He used to you know like he did this, he did that, and you be like, no, I knew the brother. Yeah, you know what I mean, like I knew the brother, but even in this book it says this, it says that. You know what I mean? But somebody just made a whole cult, a whole religion around that book. You know what I mean? But it's not what the book says. That's the whole point of it.
That's wicked, man. It's just make up your own version. You know what I'm saying?
It's very wicked. That's why Deuteronomy 4:2 says not to add or diminish anything from it.
I gotta do this.
Go ahead.
I gotta do this because right now you're gonna see on Twitter a lot of Muslims talking about Ramadan, right? And I think that started recently. And so you have a culture that was an entire culture that was forged from changing the Bible, right?
Right.
Just changing the Bible and come up with their own thing. And now they think they're all high and mighty. And you're seeing all the posts on Twitter. There was this post I seen a sister. I think she was a sister. She just converted into a Muslim. And she said something against them. She said, oh, now y'all want to post all these videos now that it's blah, blah, blah. And then now you got all these Muslims, checking her and quoting her tweet and talking all kind of smack to her because she done said something that triggered them about their culture. Well, guess what? They took that entire culture from the Bible and turned it into their own thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you try to add to the scriptures and try to create something out of what's not actually in the scriptures. Is that now you got people that wear towels on their heads and go and blow themselves up. You know what I'm saying? Now you got people that are starving themselves throughout the day for a whole month.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, and that's supposed to be spiritual for them.
You want to know something? Mm. That just it's just like a gangsterfied Easter.
Right.
It's just a Muslim version of Easter. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And Easter's a fake version of Passover, because the Christians the Christians needed something. The Christians needed something to make the pagan transition from paganism to Christianity.
I got it. Oh, God. And just kind of going on what you're saying, though, a lot of these cultures that are out here, they take elements from the Bible, but without the full understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? Like actually sitting in and listening and getting the scriptures in so that we can actually get everything in the right context. You know, like when you're reading in there and you're talking about the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Well, I mean, you know, eating a plant gonna make you good or evil. It's just okay. It can nourish your body. Scripture we just read how the Most High created it says, and now the ground made the Lord YAHAWAH to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. Okay, and then so yeah, we got plants out there, we got trees out there that create fruits and stuff. But this is talking about something different, and that's what people need to understand. Because people read the Bible and they hear a snake, they read about a snake talking, and they think it's a literal snake, like a snake slithering in the ground and talking. You know what I'm saying? Or likewise, when it comes to SHALAM, YAHAWASHI with or likewise when it comes to like Revelation, when you hear about the beasts and the dragons and things like that, that they're talking about, oh, that's an actual literal dragon that's gonna come out of the sea. No, it ain't. It's symbolic.
Right.
And it's the same thing when you're talking about the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because the fruit is basically like you feed yourself with not more than just food. You consume media all the time. You consume things that you see on TV. And what I mean by consuming is it affects you and nourishes your body in either a positive way or a negative way. And so when you're talking about Eve eating from the fruit of the garden, which we're going to go over here in Genesis, in the book of Genesis, is that it's going to let you know, and you got to look into it in not so much in the literal sense, but in the symbolic sense, and know that the scriptures are going to defend the truth of what it really means. You know what I'm saying? So just ahead of we in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 10 now.
I'm go ahead and read for you.
Con, if you want, you can go ahead.
Yeah, no sweat. All right, the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 10. And a river went out to Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads.
Okay, so basically is describing the setting. You're setting the stage, you're showing what the lands look like. Now, of course, the Most High, he deals with people in inheritances, and that's what you're going to read in the scriptures, that he divides areas for certain people. Right. He divides areas of land for this culture, and in this area land for that culture, and doesn't necessarily want them mingling together. And we're seeing the beginning of that right here in Genesis. We read more about that in Genesis chapter 10. But right here, we're starting to see him setting the lands up, right? So go ahead, verse 11.
Verse 11. The name of the first is Pison.
Pison, okay, keep going.
That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold.
All right, so now we're talking about different parts of land and the resources in that land and how that land can be important. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the gold of that land is good.
You want me to... Come on. Salaki, did you want him teaching?
Yeah.
Right. I'll read it for you, sir.
No, go ahead.
All right, verse 11. Your first, please. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold.
All right. This is giving you the breakdown of the scenery. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. Verse 13. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasses the whole land of Ethiopia.
All right, so this showing you the riches. All right, Israel. And listen, we always been fancy, man. All right, Adam had it all. He had it. But listen, the devil, man, the devil will steal it and take it all from you. All right, so we got to stop turning our backs on these laws, statutes, and commandments. If the Most High commands you to do something, it's time for us to stop questioning it, man. Why you think, listen, we ain't got the streets of gold right now. The serpent will deceive us, man, and deceive us. That's why devil is another word for deception, man. Go ahead.
Verse 14, and the name of the third river is Hiddekel.
All right, so now it's still describing the names, all right? Everything goes by a name. Everything has a name. Everything has a tribe. Everything has species. All of the species are names. All right. Now these rivers having names. All right. Just like the Jordan River. Go ahead.
That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates.
All right. So now it's giving you the areas of which you see these rivers and the names. But we all know everything had a name, and what? Everything got renamed. All right, everything got renamed by the devil. But the scriptures are giving you the biblical names of everything. Just like the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians was renamed, guess what? Rivers was renamed. Continents was renamed. All right, go ahead.
All right. That's in verse 14. We're going to go back to Hebrew now.
All right, Messiah Christ.
What time is it?
It's 12:30, sir.
We can be done if you need it. Because you still got some Torah.
Con. You want to go ahead and end it on that, sir?
Yeah.
Con.
All right. If I could, it's time for us to stop being renamed by calling ourselves by our citizenship, man. The Most High demands and commands us to come back to our culture, to come back to our nationality. Our nationality is Israelites. All right. Under Commander Junior Hana, you'll learn this truth. Under Commander Junior Hana, you'll follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and find out how to live these scriptures. You're not going to live these scriptures going to church on Sunday. You're not going to live these scriptures in the streets, walking like a dead zombie, hide your behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's nowhere in hell, man. All right, we gotta stop the madness. March Madness is over. All right, but guess what they have for March Madness? April Fools. You back into madness if you still in this world. Slack. That's all I got on that.
Slacky, sir, you want us to read 5 more verses?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 15. YAHWAH, YAHAWAH, AHTHAM, 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 YANAHA, HAWA, Bagan, Idan, La'ai Bada, Walashamra, verse 16. Wayatazawa, Yahawah, Alahayim, Al Ha'adam, La Amar, Makal, Aitazah, Hagan, Akal, Tha'akal, verse 17. Wama'aitazah, Hada'aitha, Tawab, Wara'ah, Salakia, Wara'ai, La'ah, Tha'akal, Mamanoah, Kal, Bayawam, Akalak, Mamanawa, Mawath, Thamawath, verse 18. Wayamar, Yahawah, Alahayim, La'ah, Tawab, Hayawath, Ha'adam, Labadawa, Aisha, Lawa, Izar, Kanagadwa, verse 19. Wayatazar, Yahawah, Alahayim, Mana, Ha'adam, Ha'adamah, Kal, Chayath, Hashadah, Wa'ath, Kal, I.S.U.P.K, Hashamya, Wayabah, Al, Ha'adam, La Ra'awath, Raslakia, Rala'awath, Yakwara, Lawa, Wakal, Ishar, Yaquara, Lawa, Adam, Napash, Haya, Hawaah, Shemawa. Verse 20. Wayakora, Hada'am, Shamawath, Lakal, Habahama, Wala I.W.A.P, Hashamyam, Halakal, Kalath, Hashada, Salakia, Hashada, Wala Adam, La'ah, Mataza'ah, Izar, Kanagadwa. That's the end of verse 20. In the English, it says, and the Lord Yahweh took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it.
Right, the Lord, right? This is all capital letters. The Lord. This is our Father. The Lord took the man. Who's the man? We all know who the man is because the so-called white man said that this is the only man that walked on the earth. But now that we've broke down these scriptures so heavily to you, you understand that he wasn't the first man, but he's the first man that wanted to serve the Lord. Mm-hmm. This is why this is saying the Lord took the man. He is the man of the Lord. Go ahead. And we know his name is Adam.
Okay. Put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it.
And put him. This is talking about Adam again. He put Adam into the Garden of Eden. All right. To dress it and to keep it. Right. Mm-hmm. So he's dressing the garden up. Right. He is Lord over this garden. All right. Just like the Lord is the Lord of Lords. Now he's giving Adam authority over the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And the Lord Yahweh commanded the man, saying.
No, he asked him.
Commanded the man, saying.
No, he said, you might can.
Commanded the man, saying.
Go ahead.
Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat.
So now the Lord is commanding Adam, telling him, all these trees of the garden, man, you free. You are free to doest whatever you please with these fruits, man. These are lawful, basically. You tawab in the Hebrew. You good with these. Go ahead.
Come. But of the tree.
Wait, it said but.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's a consequence. But. He said you free to eat all these trees, but. Go ahead.
But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it.
Wait, I thought it said it was a tree with an apple on it. What does it say?
But the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
That's the tree that Adam was forbidden to eat from, man. That's the fruit right there. The good and the evil. The knowledge of something else I told you not to do. That's the tree of knowledge, man. The good and the evil. The Most High is only giving Adam good knowledge. Mm-hmm. And he's telling him stay away from that evil. All right? Because this right here will contradict these scriptures. This right here will contradict my commandment that I am giving to you.
Right.
Stay away from it. But you free to eat any other fruit, man. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die.
Man, listen, that's food for thought right there. If you eat from these other nations, all right, I'm considering this modern day time. If you celebrate Christmas, right, that tree is of good and evil, man. It's not for us. It's not our culture, and we were commanded not to celebrate Halloween, right? Pagan holidays, Thanksgiving. That's eating from the tree of life, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that is putting yourself at the tree of death, because we are not to celebrate these pagan holidays. It's not in the Bible. That's food for thought, man.
Right.
But we get different information and we hold on to it like the Most High didn't command us to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, unless you got anything to
add. Verse 18. And the Lord Yahawah said, it is not good that the man should be alone.
So now the Lord is breaking down to Adam everything that he has command over, everything that he wants Adam to do. It's a rank and order system, man. Just like today, it's the Most High, like it's always been. Christ, man, woman, and children. All right? The Most High is now telling Adam, man, listen, it's not good for a man to be alone out here, you know. Go ahead.
And verse 19, and out of the ground, Lord Yahawah.
You didn't finish 18.
Salakia. I will make him a helpmeet for him.
Now the Most High is making him a helpmeet. What is a helpmeet? A woman. He's making Adam acknowledge that he needs a woman in his life. So this means there must already be women on the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's slowing Adam down. Look, I'm giving you dominion over all this, but right now I need some children from you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you some help getting these children, because a man can't reproduce and make babies. All right? I know certain disgusting men are trying to do this, but listen, it's not biblical. It's not. Go ahead.
Verse 19, and out of the ground the Lord Yahawah formed every beast of the field.
All right, this was the Lord that formed the beasts of the field. All right, you got what? Lions. You got what? Giraffes, right, to hippopotamus, man. The Lord did that. All right, go ahead.
And every fowl of the air.
And every fowl of the air. You got eagles, falcons, and what does the Lord love? That dove, man. He loves that dove. Go ahead.
And brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them.
And now he's bringing forth every beast in the field, every fowl in the air. And he's here. What you gonna name this, Adam? Here. What you gonna name? Oh, you gonna name this the alligator? Okay. Well, what about this? Oh, you gonna name this the hawk? Okay, cool. That's gonna be the hawk. What about this? And Adam is naming each and every animal that we see today. Go ahead.
And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof.
There it goes right there. This was Adam's names that he gave, man. So we had to come back to the Lashawan Kodash to see the original language, to see the original names that Adam gave these living creatures.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 20. And Adam gave names to all cattle.
And then Adam gave names to all cattle. Adam named the lamb. Adam named the goat. What else? The bulls.
Right.
The sheep. There you go. The water. Go ahead, sir.
Salakia. I just wanted to add that, you know, that our enemies, they try to come up with all these scientific names for every beast that are, you know, classifications of animals and this species of animals. They try to do all that. Adam had been done that. They're just trying to copy what the Lord gave to Adam. Right? They want to give you the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Velociraptor, right? And the elephant, right? And all the Greek pronunciations of these animals, but the actual the main thing though to keep in mind is that God's given Adam the dominion to name things.
That's right.
Right? Just like how eventually when Adam will receive a woman, he's going to be able to have dominion over her name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And a brother and sister coming into the truth, they got to understand that the way the order of the Most High has everything, that a righteous man will give you a name that befits your spirit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like how the Most High will give these animals a name that befits their spirit. Saber-toothed tiger, right?
That's right.
You know what I mean? A shark.
Right.
A shark. They look like a sharp-looking creature, right? So, I mean, you talking about naming all these things, but knowing that the Most High also gave you your name too.
Right.
You got to find out what your real name is as well.
That's right.
When the Most High puts that breath of life in you, that you're going to come back to your real heritage, and then we're going to find out what your real name is as well.
Yeah, Most High crazy. And if you look at the original names of these rivers, like they changed the names and rename it the Red Sea. Like that's plain.
The Black Sea.
I mean? Yeah, that's plain. That is not legit. That's not what Adam named it. It wasn't the Tigris or the Tigris River. You know what I mean?
All right. And just finishing up here, if I could.
Yeah,
it says, but for Adam, there was not found a helpmeet for him.
All right.
So we ended it on that.
Yeah, we're gonna
on a cliffhanger. You know what I'm talking about?
Man. This is the original Adam, man.
Right.
And we giving y'all the truth behind this Bible. All right. We ain't sugarcoating it. Just said rough, rugged, and raw truth. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out. We're gonna y'all not doing the YAHAWAH stuff like that.
Yeah, do that.
I don't know what it said. Hey, sir. Kabar, we're gonna do the YAHAWAH.
Yeah.
Go ahead and close out. Yeah, he gonna blow the horn. You gotta blow the horn, right?
You blow the horn. If you like YAHAWAH.
Right. Oh, I blow.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, y'all pour it up.
Whatever it said. Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Boy, y'all don't want to be at work.
Let me hit this horn right there. Yeah.
Sound crazy. Like it was the YAHAWAH before the horn or after?
No, YAHAWAH.
Okay. Oh.
No. He blew the horn, YAHAWAH.
Yeah.
YAHAWAH.
YAHAWAH.
And then we get the scroll, right?
No, Lord's Prayer.
Lord's Prayer. All right. We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Okay. Sorry, turn to face the east. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shimka. Yahawah. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Katanlano. Lacham. Kal. Yawam. Wasalachano. Kabawathno. Kasalachno. Kababwathino. Wala'ah. Tabi'ayno. Banasayawan. Abal. Hawashayno. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wa'atha La'aywalamyum. Aman.
All right, this is Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
which
art in heaven,
hallowed
be thy name. Yahawah, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right. We're gonna salute the Torah.
Okay.
You can grab this in.
You want to hold it?
Which? Nice you.
The hold it?
Yep. Last reader.
Where do you want me to be at?
Here.
Oh, here. You can see the camera.
Perfect. Oh, it's me, huh?
Yeah.
YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI,
YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI,
YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI,
YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
All right. We're gonna do a courtesy salute.
Put it back. I'm saying Christ.
We're gonna give a courtesy salute to all the brothers, men of Israel. Imagine. Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right, at the top. We're gonna do a courtesy salute to all the sisters. Sar. In Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. At the top. Dismiss.